like I say, there were probably about 1,500 people. It has to do with basically what happened with my U2 and basically my SR-71 program. Uh, Nixon or JFK, Jimmy Carter, would dress people like pilots, and then they would have them go and basically go and they would go and sit inside of my aircraft, to check out the controls. These people didn't actually know how to fly or anything about the jets, and my crew would stand back in the distance and basically watch um, the people that they say had to do with the SR-71 program now in America. They did not have anything to do with the SR-71 program, and in fact it was Germany or Russia that was actually building the jet. I forget exactly the group, but it was not anything to do with Republicans or Nixon or Jimmy Carter. And then later they posted these videos saying that these people, McCraw, or whatever his name is, basically, and basically it shows him like looking at a model, running his finger up and down a wing, basically like he's talking about, and they're basically just sitting around a blue table, pointing at a little leading edge of the SR-71 as if they had anything to do with the program, which they didn't. They couldn't afford it. And in fact, they're just some people that Nixon hired to basically look like they knew what they were doing. And they took some pictures of them standing next to the aircraft and rolled some film of them standing next to the aircrafts, as if they were pilots that were about to go on a mission, but they weren't. They had nothing to do with the program. It was Germany and me and basically Russia or whatever. And it was my program, but they basically slapped some decals or whatever and pretty much had their pilots sit, inside of a thing, talking like they were about to go on a mission, or like one of Ken or whatever his name was pretty much, direct, talking to the pilot. And pretty much it's just this big Nixon, JFK, Jimmy Carter, Republican fake out, where they were checking out to make sure that you don't get tendonitis while flying the jet, is what they were doing. And they actually had nothing to do with it. And then now in the future they post videos on the jet's creation and everything else like that, saying that, well, what's his name? And it's Cheam, and they drew some pictures basically, and put down some schematics. Anyway, they were questioned and asked about the SR-71 program, and they knew nothing about it. They didn't know how the titanium was made. They didn't know anything about it. They didn't even know how to fly